Just taking a moment, if it is safe and appropriate, to become present in the moment and in the body and follow the breath. Just noticing the breath for now. And if you can, placing one hand on the heart and the other on the belly. And breathing into the hands, establishing that connection between touch and breath. It's our magic, our healing capacity for ourselves and our system. And just being present fully in the body, in the time, in the moment, open and protected to receive this transmission. So they say that the body keeps the score. And what do they mean by that? So I think we've all had an experience of either bodily ache or bodily injury or illness. And it's very hard, I think, for most people to come to terms with the fact that that is anything other than a biomechanical failure of the body. And that's understandable because that's the medical system that we have lived under in the West for many years now. Something goes wrong, we look at the specific area of the problem and we fix that as if it were a mechanical failure on a machine. And this biomechanical method of medicine treats very well symptoms. It really does. And I'm not here to knock that at all. There are situations, it doesn't matter how holistic you are, if you've had a heart attack, you're going to the hospital and you're going to receive the ultimate care for that situation. If you break a bone, you're going to go to the hospital. But we more and more are being invited to look at the idea and feel the idea of this holistic system, that all areas of the body and the intertwining kind of threads of emotional health and energetic health all combine to have an effect on our reality experience. There's huge information now available online. Instagram's my thing really, and YouTube. So that's where you'll find me. It's my age group. It's my kind of people. But this fascia, this idea that every single, you start pulling your tongue and it affects how your toe goes. And, it's this idea that we're literally connected. The central nervous system regulation, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system regulation. We're seeing that a single nerve, the vagus nerve, reaches into every organ we have. And we start sort of in the head, making a difference to that energetically or with the breath, etc. So we're already, it's becoming accepted that, okay, the body's interconnected. We're not looking at individual parts here. We're not looking at system failures and we're not able to correct it at a localized, or we're not able to prevent it. Let's not talk about correcting things. Let's talk about prevention or even observation. That's all we need to do today. So the cauldron system that I work with, it's very much embodied. So what does embodied mean? It is of the body. Yes, there is visualization, and yes, there is energy work, quote unquote, but it is very much in and of the body. And that's why, to me, it feels like this ancient knowledge. Remember, the ancients, whatever they didn't understand, they got together and they created story and legend and myth around. The fireside chats were there to work out the unknowable. You know, we have an X-ray now, we see exactly what's in there. But these people were having to really feel into their systems. So what is all this about? You know, without somebody telling me this is the answer, what is that about? And we're losing that kind of capacity more and more since the age of Google, and now we have AI telling us all the answers. But the body holds so much wisdom, particularly about what we individually need. And by accessing the cauldrons, by accessing this relationship of the body to the outer realms, but more importantly, relating to what is already held within our own bodies. Because that's the key. Because the body is keeping the score, but the body is also the portal to the answers. The body is also the way to feel and experience recovery or ease or movement, flexibility. I know my own personal journey with this was sort of hitting probably 40 and a little bit after. I'm 43 now. So yeah, I'd say 41. And I'd had a rough few years with death and breakups and moving countries and all this kind of thing. And I just felt like I can't really move very well. Like everything, like I could move. I was mobile. I was, you know, I could walk and stuff, but I couldn't, you know, the neck, everything was stiff. My back was stiff. When I woke up in the morning, I was achy and creaky, and it was all very Tin Man, you know, and I just had this very clear feeling of if I don't sort of address this now, how does this feel in 20 years? And the thing is, if you're listening to this at 60 or 70 or 80, the thing I want you to know is you can ease stiffness and you can ease joint and bodily sort of aches with this method. You can. And not just with this, with any kind of somatic relationship with your body, any type of small movements that get you back in alignment. Okay, so I'm not writing people off, but I was just aware that if I didn't do something now, then I was going to, and I was very much into my spiritual side of things. I was dealing with chakras more than anything then, energy medicine practitioning, and you know, I was, but my body was keeping the score. And so I bought an online somatics course, a 3-month course just for me, and I started to unlock my body, and that began a process of, I would say, 12 months. And it was very emotional, and it was difficult at times, but incremental changes meant I unlocked an awful lot. And what I found was I wasn't just unlocking parts of me and movements and capacities for movement. I was unlocking wisdom. I was unlocking answers as I went. And this journey has continued. I've been continuously on this somatics journey, adapting it, bringing it, making it my own, incorporating it with the cauldrons, finding the links between different areas. But what I'd just like you to invite you to do today is just as an exploratory mission, is just to, if you can see the picture that I've put here, to stack your cauldrons. Now you can, if you can't be cross-legged, and I just want you to listen to how your body feels with them. If you can't sit cross-legged, like on the picture, just sit in your seat. But you're going to start hips, heavy hips, feel the weight of that lower cauldron holding you to the seat. And then I want you to align the chest cavity as directly over those hips as you can. And then the same with the head, really pulling in that alignment. And I just want you to notice where there is discomfort in alignment. What areas of the body? And I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to finish this off because I'm going over my 11 minutes. But I'm going to come back in and I'm going to discuss this further. So stack your cauldrons and observe.